The Joker. Now that was a movie but to behold. This is a movie I have been looking forward to for quite some time now. Initially, I was quite reluctant about a Joker origin story. I didn't think it was necessary. However, as soon as I learned Walking Phoenix, I don't know, was on board, my thoughts changed like that, and I began to get excited. And boy, did it live up to the hype. I'll try not to spoil anything, so it might seem a bit vague. This is the film I have been waiting a long time for. It's right up there as one of the films of the decade, if not being the film of the decade. First off, this isn't your typical superhero film. This is a slow burn of a character piece on Arthur Fleck. There isn't much action in this. Don't expect your typical shoot 'em up superhero film with full of explosions. This is a character film. And Fleck is this mentally unstable man who, over the course of the film, ever so slowly changes until he is a completely different person to the one he started off as. He is the Joker by the end of it. Phoenix's performance is fantastic and leaves you with chills. He'll very likely get an Oscar for it, or at least nominated, and I think he should win it. I don't think there's much point in comparing him to Heath Ledger because they're two very different roles, even if it's the same character. Phoenix portrays someone who is slowly losing their mind, while Ledger lost his mind a long time ago. The cinematography and the way it is shot is beautiful, and the soundtrack as well is also fantastic. And the film is very obviously inspired by Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, with the film paying direct homage to these movies through certain shots, and of course Robert De Niro. De Niro is a talk show host, and De Niro in this film, he's not in it much, but every time you see him, he is great. He owns the scene, and you want to see more of it. It is a classic De Niro role. The tension in this film is unbelievable. I could feel my heart pumping. The last 20 minutes are some of the most intense minutes I have seen in a comic book film since The Dark Knight. The film offers a great commentary on mental illness and the role in which society can play. The film has been criticized for possibly causing violence. I don't agree with that at all. The film makes it very clear that the Joker is not someone to look up for, and makes a point of the dangers that following a madman like the Joker can do. And this just seems like a classic straw man argument that's been used over and over and over again for the last 50 years. I mean, comic books in the 1950s, movies in the 70s and 80s, action films, video games. Apparently, Marilyn Manson caused bowling for Columbine. It's a stupid argument and it's not one to listen to. Back to the film, though, this is a fantastic movie. It makes a point not to glorify these people. You sympathize with the Joker to a point, and then as soon as he snaps, you don't. You know he's a madman, and you cannot relate to him. I honestly cannot stress it enough. This film is a masterpiece, and it gets an A+. Thank you guys, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.